It's Sunday morning on CBS, and here again is Lee Cowan.
Shania Twain's anthem is as fresh as ever, but for the 5-time Grammy winner, the road to stardom has brought plenty of highs and more than a few setbacks. She talks about all that and more with Seth Doane.
She can command a stadium crowd.
I just love being with them.
But spend some time with Shania Twain and see she may be most herself here with the horses.
I ride in my pajamas in the mornings.
Really? You'll
Yep,
get right
just
out of bed
barefoot.
and go.
Yep.
What do you get out of riding horses? What does it do for you?
It's just a great escape.
That don't impress me much.
It sounds a little like how she sees music, that other passion, which made her the top-selling female country artist of all time. Sometimes she'll blend the two, taking her horses on tour.
Takes some planning.
It's not like throwing in an extra suitcase.
Exactly. Or when in London, ride in Hyde Park.
So we did.
I'm following you, Shania.
Okay.
On a down day between performances at London's Wembley Stadium. Where we'd just seen her electrify the audience. She'd gotten an invite from Harry Styles to join him as a special guest for 12 nights at Wembley in June.
Watching you there at Wembley, it was hard to imagine you suffer stage fright. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, the amount of people is not necessarily what affected me over the years with stage fright. It was starting so young in bars that were, I was 8 years old and the bars were smoky and everyone was intoxicated, and I don't know what I'm actually singing about because I'm singing about divorce and I'm 8.
Twain grew up poor in rural Ontario, Canada, but her mom recognized riches and potential in her voice and would ferry her to bars to sing. As a minor, she was only allowed on stage after last call.
This was just an uncomfortable place to be as a child, and I carried that with me. And only in my 50s, I finally just said, whoa, I've got my voice, I have an audience, I have everything to just celebrate, and the fear just dropped away.
Drive me crazy, drive me half nuts. You can drive all night to see me. Take a chance on your life. Take a chance to drive a Hummer in the summer.
She reminisces about all of this in her new album, Little Miss Twain, out later this month.
Little Miss Twain is me now looking back at my child self and the journey that child went through from starting out in those bars at 8 years old, right up to when I got my recording contract in Nashville. I didn't get a contract until I was in my late 20s. My first top 10 record, I was 30 already. So there's all of these years that were me making a living with singing in bars as a cover singer, collecting all of this songwriting that would end up becoming the Shania Twain records.
Here's Miss Ellie Twain. Come on, Ellie.
She was Eileen Twain until someone at a record label suggested she change her name.
When I die, I may not go to heaven. 'Cause I don't know if they let cowboys in.
I've read that this album is the process of going from being Eileen to being Shania.
It is. It's the bridge.
According to my mother, I'm the next Tanya Tucker. She drives me to sing in the bar.
As Shania, she'd become the star her mother had dreamed of.
Smoking like a chimney, coaching it in me. Honey, you're gonna go far.
When I was younger, I was so over responsible for the household. My mother was depressed a lot of the time. She spent a lot of her days in bed. She lived off coffee and cigarettes that I would bring her in bed just to see if she was still alive. There was a lot of violence in the house, and we didn't eat well a lot of the times. We weren't clothed properly a lot of the times.
You realize all these things you're saying are quite dramatic. You just say them like this: no food, no clothes,
Yeah.
violence.
Yeah. When I reflect back on those times, I'm reflecting on them from where I am now, which is a very good place. Like, I made it out of there. So it's like, whoa, I'm just celebrating all of that. And what makes me feel so accomplished is staying connected to where I came from. It's the contrast that makes it feel so good.
Her parents would never see her success. They died in a car crash when she was 22, and Twain became guardian of her younger siblings. Challenges came later as well. Divorce from her record producer husband, Mutt Lange, who collaborated on many of her hits. Then the loss of her voice due to Lyme disease. She did not release any music for 15 years.
You had that experimental open throat surgery to bring your voice back.
Yeah. Once I made a sound, it was just there. I mean, I feel lucky. I don't want to make it sound easy. It wasn't easy. It was a very long road, but I just feel very grateful and very lucky that I have it back. My voice is different.
In what ways?
I have more like of a fry to my voice, a little gravel. I don't mind that. I've embraced it. It's now part of my sound.
How is that to change your sound mid-career, in essence?
I know, tell me about it. How does one do that? You just adapt. I've taken a different approach to singing my older songs. In fact, I've found new placements in my voice that I enjoy, that I didn't have before.
No inhibitions, made no conditions, get lit out of line.
I love to experiment. I think it's the same with any art form. You have to experiment a little bit to get just the right, whatever's satisfying you the most at that time, It's kind of like an itch. You get an itch and you got to scratch it.
What was the itch for this album?
This album was indulging in reflection of my life with a smile.
She's remarried to Frederick Thibault and lives in Switzerland. Looking back, Shania Twain is remarkably forgiving of her parents. It's all part of what's allowing her to celebrate her past.
I started life out a little bit on the tough side. I'm in my 60s now, and I feel like I've really gotten it, or I'm just now getting all of that right.
You've had great success through other decades of your life.
Yeah.
What is it about 60s?
You know what it is? It's called time. I'd love to have been able to get it right in my 50s, but that wasn't enough time. I needed to be in my 60s to start getting it right, And that's fine. I plan to live to be 200 anyway.
Sounds like a good song.
That does, doesn't it? I better live to be 200 to get everything in that I want to get in.